Okay, we're good to go, you guys.
All right, everybody. Okay, so I will have Julie go first since this is not her first time speaking. Julie is a brand new senior gold ambassador, and she is going to share some of her top tips on how to work the business. Let's hear it, Julie.
All right, so good teacher that I am, of course, I gave myself some notes to follow along with. And when Tanya first approached us about this, she gave us the assignment of what made a difference, what would you tell somebody who starts out new, or if they've been in for a while and they want to excel at their business. I would say if you're starting off new, don't be me. I was the ambassador that was the pain in the butt. I was the one who was, I wanted to know it all before I started sharing. I wanted to make sure that I knew what product did what, for what was its purpose going to be. Okay, I've now figured out, I'm still learning that. So don't be me on that level, okay? The other thing I did wrong is I didn't believe the support that truly is here for everybody. I believed that this was going to be something that I had to do, or I would do by myself. And I get weird realizations when I'm mowing. And this thought came to me yesterday as I was mowing. Have you ever noticed that the name of the company is Plexus? It's not Plexi, it's us. It's all of us working together as a team. And so whether you're under me, we all support each other. You guys know that Joanna mentioned it when she gave me my congratulations. She said, I'm always loving on everybody else's posts. Absolutely. We're here to make a difference in people's lives. And so that's what it comes down to, is we need to, share that love about our products and support one another in sharing that love. I set a goal for myself when I started out this business. I thought, if I'm gold in 3 years, okay, so I went 9 months without sharing. I'm a teacher, for those of you who don't know. So I started in September. It'll be 3 years ago in September. I started that September, didn't start sharing until the summer because I had more time. I got to that point where I needed to start sharing just because I wanted to cover the cost of more products. And so I started sharing. Did a contest. Des got in. She liked what she was seeing. She jumped on board with me. She's been solid there for me. She wanted to work the business. She had some goals she wanted to achieve. All of a sudden, last year in May, I was gold. I went to a convention as a gold ambassador. Convention was a huge aha moment for me. 3 of us were sitting there together and we said, we're gonna walk next year as emeralds. Well, I think they helped us out there. We can't be walking stage. It's all going to be virtual. We got next year, girls. We got this. Like I said, I get weird thoughts when I'm mowing, you guys. I apologize. But I was always consistent. I would always work for the prizes. There were some months I maybe didn't get my three new signs, but that's okay. I just kept working and being solid and consistent. And so if that's the way your business goes, that's the way it's going to go. Some months are going to be awesome and wonderful, and some months are going to it's going to ebb and flow, and that's okay. Just try to put your best out there each month. Do the best that you can do. What changed, I think, that has really helped is I kind of had a shift in mindset. When I started, we didn't have as much in the lines of the weight loss program products. We also didn't have as much, the Joyome hadn't come out yet either. So it was gut health. And so of course that is my first love. You guys, anybody who posts about gut health, I'll always say that's my first love, that's my first love. But it's not for everybody. And I had to realize that. And it kind of took me late spring. And I realized it's not for everybody. Some people are just wanting to see the weight loss. Some people are just wanting to have the skincare. I did the strangest thing. I had to message Joanna when it happened last night. I had a gal who told me she just wanted to order Slim. That was it. I said, for the same price this month, you can get 2 additional products. But do I have to set it up so it comes every month? Yes. I don't want that. I just want to get Slim. Okay, friends don't let friends buy at retail, but I did. broke the biggest rule ever, but I did it. And I'm like, I'm going to keep her happy. I'm going to give her what she wants. It wouldn't be my option. I'd go for more products, save money, but that's the way it rolls sometimes. So, look at what your customers want. What do they need? She didn't want something where she had to commit to a monthly thing. So support what your customers need. So I love that we're having, Tanya mentioned earlier, we're having the 3-day challenges. We're rolling into the team events. Then we're rolling out of those with additional 3-day challenges. I love how that's rolling. That's really gotten a lot of growth going. I think of the 5 people I've had in 3-day challenges, 3 of those have signed. I've got 2 more coming up for Monday. I'm pretty sure I will get at least one of those. I'm very confident in that. I don't have a whole lot of commitment right now for the 11th, but I'm working on a few people, and I've got some people who came last time, said they want to look at it again. So, there's some hope there. And the other thing is you need to stay excited. You need to stay excited. When somebody on your team, somebody in your downline signs a new ambassador, you should still get the jitters. You should still get excited, because that is helping somebody out. That is helping them with their health and wellness goals. And that's where I come from, is the giving. Don't lose your belief would be the third thing. Don't lose your belief in both the products and in the opportunity. It's there. It's for the taking. And I'm a terrible teacher. I forgot the conclusion. So there you go. That's it.
Oops. Awesome, Julie. That was really, really awesome stuff. And I love how you said that, setting a good example, because what you truly do is you truly are one plexus. You set such an awesome example as a leader, not only by engaging and plugging in on things for your team, but also for other teams. And I think that is just so important. And that's so good for your team to see and for them to follow that, it's not, because Tanya and I, we come together and we've kind of got different teams. So now we're together and just kind of like one big unit and all supporting and loving on each other. So I think that's awesome that you're so good at that, and you do that all the time so well. So thank you for setting that awesome example. And consistency, like you said, consistency, that's very important. You have to open your doors every single day to this business, because when we're talking about somebody's health, people take that seriously. So yes, you are very consistent at that. So thanks, Julie. Does anybody have any questions for Julie? If you do, just feel free to unmute yourself. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Zach, I'll go next if that's okay.
Yeah, that's cool. It's all right.
So you guys, Zach, my son, he's 18 years old. He's actually fresh out of high school. He just went Ruby, so he signed up in January, and he just went Ruby in May. So super proud of Zach, and he's just going to share some of his top tips, just kind of from the younger community, and really just, blowing things up. And so yeah, he's just going to share a few things for us, and maybe we can learn from that. All right, Zach, go ahead.
All right. Well, the sun just decided to come on, so hopefully you guys can see me all right. But so I was just going to mainly talk about the business side of Plexus and like just growing your business. So I broke it down in 2 sections. We got an in-person section and then the social media section. So we'll start with the in-person. So first of all, like you're seeing right now, always be wearing your Plexus gear. Not only does it just close the gap, like let's say you're just out and about doing something or at a party, it just closes the gap where if you weren't wearing the gear, no one, even if they approach you or you don't approach them, they'll be thinking in their mind like, what's Plexus? Whether or not that conversation gets had or not, they'll just think about it. They might research it. They might message you later about it. So you're just, if you're always representing, then there's always that chance to get recognized by or have a possible sign on. Another big thing that I always, since like day one, even before I was an ambassador, when I was just using the products, I've always wanted to be the product of my products. With that, if you don't know what my testimony was, about a year and a half ago, I was like 220 pounds. I was overweight. Did not have good health. And then I completely did a 180 change. And now every single day, I'm just always trying to make myself and my health and my physique better than it was yesterday. And then with that, I can just display that through the Plexus products, because these products truly have helped me get to where I am. So just being the product of your product and being like you are, I think that whatever you bring to the table physically is just part of your testimony and will just help your business grow. You want to be a good product and just display that through the Plexus products itself. Another thing is just continually expanding your knowledge on the products. Every day, just do a little bit more research than you did yesterday. Like, let's say, you can, if you're talking to someone and you don't know exactly maybe what glucose metabolism is, or exactly what the Slim does or something, just getting that knowledge and actually understanding what the products do at a deeper level will just help you be more fluent when you're talking to people and make you more confident. And then with that, it's just easier to message and talk to people and get them signed up. But that's really what I have for in person. Just always just trying to just spread the message about Plexus to people and don't be shy about it. Now for social media, a big thing I have here is spice up your content. Don't just take a snapshot picture from the Plexus website about the triplex combo with the price next to it and say, here's this product that's on sale, just come buy it or message me for it. You want to really put some like spice and some effort into your graphics. Make them interesting and have a lot of value into them, not just come buy this product, because we don't want to be just a business supplement. We want to be a community like we have been along with the supplements. Just be someone that someone else would want to aspire to be. And with your graphics, that just comes along with expanding your knowledge. And with expanding your knowledge, you can put more value and content into your graphics. And then another thing is reaching out. Yeah, I know it sounds simple and everyone says it, but the true power of reaching out and growing your network, just adding a few more friends every day, or making that extra post, or just talking to someone about it, can be the difference between a customer and not a customer. Like, everyone can use this, and you'd be surprised if just reaching out to the most random person you thought would never sign up, you never know until you ask. That's really all I have.
Awesome. That was super good tip. So one question I have for you is, being in high school, and do you ever have that fear of being judged by younger peers and your friends?
At the start, I used to, I guess, kind of, but then I had like an epiphany or a realization where if you are afraid to share with someone, or like, I don't want to say ashamed, but like shy about it, I feel like you're not signed up for the right reason. If you're sharing about this, you should really be truly invested yourself, and you should want every single person that you meet to get these products that you believe in. You have to really believe in the products, and you have to just live Plexus. Like, so after I broke through that shell, it just, yeah.
And maybe with that, for other people, it will just be working on their self-development. And really working on your self-development is educating yourself on the products, so you really feel, like more like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, confidence.
Yeah, confidence goes a long way. So one thing about when wearing a Plexus shirt and somebody says, "What is Plexus?" I don't know about you, but in the first couple of years, not even the first couple of years, but in my first year or whatever, I would kind of freeze up and I would freak out. I'd be like, "Oh my God, what is Plexus?" I forgot all about Plexus. Like, what is Plexus, you guys? But keep it really simple. I just tell people, I'm like, you know what? Hey, Plexus is a health company, and we've got products for gut health, weight loss, and skincare. I would love to get you more. Can I add you as a friend on Facebook? You add them as a friend, they accept your friend request, boom. Then you just send them a message and you're going to continue the conversation there. So you don't really have to, if you're being put on the spot, what is Plexus? Tell them what it is. It's a health company. And then you can, continue the conversation, later on if that works best for you. So I just wanted to mention that.
Yep.
As far as expanding your knowledge, in the team page, if you go to the topics section, so Dream Big, Drink Pink is a team page, you click on topics, and then if you click on training videos, there's a bunch of videos linked in there. And I like to find videos that are shorter, 10, 15 minutes that I really like. So if I find something I like, I will put it there. And so those are really great resources just to maybe watch one here and there, just to learn a little bit more. It's really interesting, some of the things you can learn that the products do, and then you can use those as talking points. And then, yes, another thing that I wanted to touch on that Zach had said is that when you make a post, instead of posting just a picture of your slim, really creating that curiosity, because sometimes I'll see, oh, I'm having my pink drink of the day. But me as a person looking in, well, what does that pink drink actually do? So creating a little bit more, putting a little bit more content with it,
Yeah. Or create a hook
so,
to get the conversation started.
What's that?
Or like create a hook to get the conversation started.
Yeah, and it's always good to end your post with a question too. That kind of prompts the person to respond. So that was awesome tips, Zach. Did you have anything else?
Unless people have questions, that's.
Oh yeah, does anybody have any questions for Zach? If you do, just go ahead and speak. So
I don't have a question, but I just want to put out there, and I think Julie and Joni will remember this. Last year at convention, do you ladies remember in the elevator? We were just coming out of convention, and everybody's like, well, what is Plexus? And we were all just like, it's gut health. And we were like, not excited. And then when Julie and I got off the elevator, we looked at each other and realized that Brooke Hemingway was on that elevator with us, and we screwed up royally. And that we should have been a lot more enthusiastic about it, and whoops.
you live and learn, that's for sure.
So I mean, it's okay. Like you have to learn and go through it.
Yep.
And that just triggered when Zach said that, and you said that about someone approaches you and like, oops, it was Brooke Hemingway. She didn't say anything. She was very quiet. Julie's face. So that was for me, I guess, even it was just my moment of, okay, that's never going to happen again. We're going to be confident about it and share.
Yeah, the first time is scary. You get the sweats, you get all nervous, you completely forget what Plexus is. You're like, I'm even a part of Plexus? So no, just keep it simple. It's a gut, I don't even say a gut health company anymore. I just say it's a health company, with products in this, and this, and really just getting their contact info. Can I get you on Facebook? And I would love to share more information with you. And the reason I say that is because you don't have to be the expert. We want people to use resources. So this is really easy to do. Use videos. I use a lot of videos, and just keeping things really simple and asking them questions. What are your health goals? Do you have any health issues? Do you like shakes? Do you have a caffeine sensitivity? Just asking all of those questions. Are you using any supplements? And really just kind of peeling away the layers of the onion. And that's really what it's about. So yeah, anybody else have any questions for Zach? Thank you, Zach. That was awesome.
Thank you
now
for
we've
having me.
got what?
What?
Thank you. Okay, awesome. So next up, we have Joni G. I'm trying to find you in my my block here. Oh, there you are. Hey, Joni. Unmute yourself. Can you unmute yourself? Joni, can you unmute yourself?
There you go.
Hey,
Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay, it's
What
okay.
a day. Okay, so I was walking to my car because I have to charge my phone because we have no electricity here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah. So I really look with it now, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just joined Plexus in January of this year, the end of January, and I was really being prodded and prompted by Julie Milbrandt, and it was probably one of the best things that she's done for me as a friend, because I when I first started using, I just started with strictly slim hunger control, and I liked it and I saw some results right away, but I was really skeptical at first, and then I just felt so reluctant to join because of the money situation. You know, I just felt like, oh no, I have 4 kids, I have a husband, I have this and that I need to take care of. I can't do that for myself. But I came to a realization that if I don't take care of myself, who's going to be around here to take care of them if I'm not around to do it? So with that thought in mind, I started, and in hopes of just getting a couple of people signed up under me so that I could pay for the cost of my own products. And then when April came around and they decided to do the stimulus packages, Julie said, we just need to try and get you a couple people signed under you. And she said, do you want to do a launch party? And I'm like, yep, I think let's do it. I think the time is right. So we did. And I was, like I said, I was just in the hopes of just getting a couple people signed up. And the launch party got me 7 ambassadors. And from that, I just feel like if you are honest, if you're yourself, if you just be real. In fact, I kind of going back, I work at the school with Julie, and I would have, during my break time, I would go into the lounge and mix up a slim or an active, or maybe both together. And I heard several comments from coworkers that said, you know, oh, you're doing that too? Well, how can you afford that? Isn't it kind of expensive? You know, and I kind of had those feelings of guilt, like I don't really want people to know that I'm doing this, because, you know, if I complain because I can't put money towards my kids' school lunches, how can I be doing this for myself? And then after a while it hit me, and I thought to myself, you know, you have to do what works for you and what works for your family, and you can't listen to the naysayers, because you just need to do what works for you. And so now I'm very happy that I did join, with not any thought of being silver within a couple months' time. And it was just, I guess, I feel that it's just everything happens in the time that it's supposed to be. And, you know, if you have been blessed, which I was blessed by Julie, who kept kind of pushing me along to take better care of myself, which had been a struggle. And she knew that, you know, or she hoped, and she probably knew that these products would have an effect on me and help me out in the long run. And so, you know, sometimes when you get to that point where you just don't know what to do anymore, which direction should you go, and you just get to the point where it's like, okay, I'm going to try this. You know, why not? I'll give it a try. And so I feel like what I have gained is the encouragement, the support, and the accountability from this group. And I see a lot of good people, a lot of people with good hearts. involved. And so the one thing that it was kind of hard for me. It took me a while to make my first post. Like Julie said, you know, she didn't share right away. And she said, you need to make a post. You need to make a post. And finally I'm like, okay, oh geez. All right, I'm going to do it. And after that, it got easier. So that initial one is a little tough, but do it. Don't wait. Just do it. Get in there and do it. Because once you do, if you don't give people the opportunity, if you don't ask or don't ask them to join or ask them to look at the products, you're never going to know who might say yes, who might need these products themselves. And if you don't ask them, you're never going to give them the opportunity to say yes or no. And if they do give you a no, don't take it to heart. Don't take it with heart feelings. It just might not be the right time for them. But you've planted that seed in their mind. They're going to keep watching you. They're going to keep seeing your successes and your abilities to take care of your own health. And people will see that. And in fact, I have to share this. Last night I went, my son was putting tires on my car after work. And so I was running late for fixing supper for everybody. And I just decided we'd go to Subway. And so I walk into Subway and the lady that's working said, "You are really looking nice." And I thought, oh, thank you. And then she said, are you doing something special? And I said, well, the first thing I said was, I've been walking, which for me is a huge thing. And I said, and I've been taking some natural supplements. It's the company that it's called Plexus. And she said, is that the one that the school teacher's doing? And I think she was talking about you, Des, and Julie. But, you know, it was nice to see. And, you know, a couple months ago, if somebody had asked me that, I might have been a little bit hesitant to talk about it. And this time I wasn't hesitant to talk about it because I know that for me, good things have come because of this. And why wouldn't you want to let everybody know that you found something that does work for you and that could work for them? So I guess just don't be hesitant. I guess that's all.
So I like how you said good things have come for you because you have signed up people underneath you that good things have come for them too, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And had you not shared that, those good things wouldn't have came for them, you know? So,
Right.
yeah. So just sharing that. So yeah, there was a couple of things I wanted to touch on. I was making some notes. As Joni said, the money situation, it always comes down to money. Something people say a lot is they say, my friends can't afford it. Never ever say that. Never decide for your friends if they can afford that. Let them decide if they can afford that. You don't know their financial situation. If they can't afford it, maybe they need the business opportunity. You know, for those of you that don't know right now, the incredible generosity that Plexus has for us with stimulus bonuses. You sign up 3 people, you get paid $100 in 24 hours. You sign up 6 people, you get paid $250 in another $250 in 24 hours. So, you know, Josh and I were walking the other night, and he said, imagine if you were at your 9 to 5, and your 9 to 5, they said, here, I'm going to give you $100 if you can get 3 friends. If you can refer 3 friends and to try this stuff, you would absolutely do it, right? You would go for that bonus. If you were, you know, if your 9 to 5 was offering that, of course you would do that. And the same thing, you know, for the next bonus, the $250, don't you agree that if they were offering you a $250 incentive to refer 3 friends and to get them sign up, I mean, wouldn't you be like, yep, I'm on that. I'm doing it right now. I mean, would most people probably take advantage of that? They absolutely would. It's the same thing with Plexus that they're putting out there. So don't leave the money on the table, because if you don't reach out to your friends, then somebody else will. It'll probably be Julie or Zach or or Joni. The more you practice doing this, the better you get at it. I look back at some of the posts that I made 5.5 years ago where I wrote join my team. Oh my God, like I would never write something like that again. But you have to start at point A, and you have to go through all the stuff in between to get to point B, and you just have to practice. And like Joni said, you're not going to be perfect. You just got to keep doing this. And people don't need perfect. That's what I love about Joni is I love Joni through her lives and stuff because she is so real. She doesn't worry about being perfect. People don't want perfect. They want somebody that they can relate to, and that's real. And I love that about you, Joni. Like whenever I watch your lives, I just like, I'm smiling through the camera at you because I just think you're so fun and you're so real, and you're outside and your hair's blowing around and you just don't really care. I mean, you care, but you're just like,
right.
Whatever. I'm just trying to get you a message across.
I just am who I am. And that's just the way it is.
And then, so the product's helping you be a product of the product. And Zach kind of touched on that too. And one thing I want to say is I would never, ever sign somebody up with Plexus that had no intention on using the products ever. I would never sign that person up because I definitely 100% think that you need to be using these products in order to share them because that is how you build your belief. Now, I know that some people need to sign up and they need to work the business right away in order to pay for their stuff, and that's totally fine. But if somebody was completely against using the products, I would say, no way. This business is not right for you, or you're not right for my team. And then, oh yes, one other thing I wanted to say that Joni kind of touched on was no doesn't mean forever. It just means not right now. So I remember one time that somebody told me no, and then I messaged somebody complaining. I'm like, oh my God, she told me no. And the person was like, Joanna, it doesn't mean forever. She's just not ready right now. And then lo and behold, this person did eventually end up signing as an ambassador like a year later, and she was totally right. So just being patient with them. You don't want somebody to sign up when it's not their time because they're not going to stick it out. They're just going to take it for a week or two and then probably just make up a bunch of excuses like I did the first time I tried Plexus because I wasn't the problem, right? It was the products. It definitely wasn't me, So you definitely want it to be in their time and let them decide when it's good timing for them and just be there for them when they're ready to sign up. And that's why I say it's so important to open your business doors, your business every single day and not treat this like a hobby, but like a business. If you treat this like a hobby, you're going to get hobby results. If you treat this like a business, you're going to get business results. And, but I guess it really just depends on what goals you have for yourself too. So that's just something else I wanted to touch on. Joni, that was awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Does anybody have any questions for Joni or Zach or Julie that they've thought of? Feel free to unmute yourself and talk.
I just have something to input on there really quick, if I can, or actually all of them.
Yeah. Hey, Laura.
I would say, what is the biggest challenge that you guys overcame? Was it fear of sharing that kind of made you hesitant, or what really helped you make it click?
Julie, do you want to answer that first?
I can, as I'm thinking about it, I think it goes back to what we were just talking about, and it's that fear of rejection, that fear that they're going to say no, and then where do I go from there? I've got some friends I've been sharing now for 2 years, and I've got a couple people that I just know it would help. Joni was one. She finally listened to me. I know it will help, but I've got a couple other people that I know it will help, and they just, I keep going back, and it's gotten to the point now these last 3 months, I just message them at the beginning of the month and I say, hey, the special's the same as it was last month. You've looked at this. There's no more information I can give you. When you're ready, let me know, but here's what the special is. And, they've done, back before the 3-day sample even, I gave them samples of lean. I gave them samples of slim, before we had 3-day samples, and they've tried the samples. They know what it tastes like. They've had some of the experience. They're just not ready yet. And it can't be on my time. It has to be on their time. So I think it was that fear of, and then I'm one who I want to save everybody. I want to save everybody. So I want everybody to get it in their hands, kind of a thing. And so, there's another dilemma. I can't save everybody. They've got to want to help themselves somewhat too.
Cool. Thank you.
Perfect. And you always open your doors every single day. People know that they can come to you and you're going to be there for them because you're consistent. And that's really important. You know, your friends, they probably have more than one friend that sells Plexus. They're going to go with the person that is most serious about their business, not necessarily their best friend. You know, at least in my opinion, most of the time they're going to go with the person where they think that's going to give them the most support. And I've had people say that to me, Joanna, I'm you because I feel like, you know, you're going to support me the way I need to be supported. And I 100% will. One thing about the fear is I want to say John Maxwell, the book Failing Forward, I think that is, Joni D, you probably know because you're kind of our book person. That was a really good book for me that I read. I actually do Audible now books, but that one's really good if you have a lot of fears about failure. So I would really recommend that one. Listening to books and working on self-development is going to be huge. I've come so far in the past 5 years in this business. I can't stress that enough. What's that?
Can I quick comment on that too? That's something
Yes.
else I added in. I was never really a book on tape kind of person. I wanted the book in hand. But as I've been walking this summer, spring and summer, Joanna clued me into Audible. I got an Audible subscription going. And so I've been reading some books on Audible. And it's been, I always used to give my husband grief. My husband is very much, he could listen to political talking on the radio all day long, and that's just not my thing. But give me something where it's more along the lines of not self-development and or storytelling brought into that, and then I can listen to it. And so that's what I've been doing as I've been walking. So, you know, for those of us who are walking and doing the summer challenge, that's an idea. Throw something like that in your audio and listen while you go.
And I just like things that just like pump you up, you know, you listen for 15 minutes, like, all right, good. I got this.
Mhm.
So, Steph, did you have with that you want to share as far as like a fear that you had and how you overcame it?
Sure. So obviously everyone has like some sort of anxiety of reaching out and getting rejected and getting told no. I think now that I think about it though, my biggest one when I started was that Plexus was a girl company.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, where so like I'd been to like 2 conventions, super inspired. But I always thought like this is a girl company at first. I don't think that anymore, but then I thought like why do only women need to benefit from gut health and skincare? And like, it just doesn't make any sense. But for some reason I had that engraved in my mind for a little bit. But then once I broke that, I was just like, this is for everyone. Like, share this to guys, girls, whoever you want to. Like, I just had that personally built up in my head. I always just thought this was like a predominantly women-based company, which it statistically is, but it doesn't have to be.
And that's why, and I love that you brought that up to me the other day because I have been trying to share more men's testimonies. So yes, we are working on that. So Joni, do you have anything you want to share as far as a fear that you had and how you overcame that?
Yeah, I think, first of all, the fear of being judged. You know, people saying, oh, I can't, what is she doing, you know, or I can't believe she's spending the money on that, which, like I said, I did talk to a friend after I had started using it, and I made that comment. I said, you know, yeah, it is a little expensive, but my hope is that I can get a couple people who join me in this venture, and then I can get my products deeper. And I said, here's the other thing that I think is that if I'm going to spend some money on my health, I would rather spend it on staying healthy than spend it on all kinds of doctor appointments and medicines that I could need possibly by not taking care of myself to begin with. So I guess to me, it's an investment in me. That's my thing. And the other thing that I've learned is thinking of just trying to think of who like Julie said, you know, she thought of me right away. I know it would work for her. I know it would help her, you know, and trying to get out of that mentality myself as to who I might know that it might help, rather than what I should be doing and will start doing and have started doing is, I don't know. There might be somebody out there that I don't think, oh no, I don't think that would work for them, or I don't think that they would need that. I don't know. So if I don't share that with them, how are they going to find out? How are they going to know if it works or not, unless they actually get the opportunity?
I was just going to
actually
add
love
that
that.
too. I was going to say another thing was like pre-assuming people's like if they would benefit from it or not. Like another big thing was my mom would always harp on me like, share this with your friends, share this with your friends. And I'd be like, well, my friends don't have any money. And then he'd be like, well, there's business opportunity. I'd be like, and then, or just like you see someone that's like in good shape, you're like, oh, they don't need it, they're already in good shape, when a lot of this yeast crap is internally, so you don't know what they have. They could benefit from the slim, they could benefit from like nerve, or maybe better moods or something like that. So you just don't know, so you can't assume ever anymore. And once you just break that habit, just sharing with everyone possible, then so many more doors just open up.
Yes, I love that you say open up the doors. Don't keep them shut. That's so true. So Joni, Zach, that was awesome. But definitely not prejudging people. I used to do that a lot in the beginning. And actually a really good example of that is I have this really thin cousin, and I had never reached out to her. And then one day I just reached out to her because I was kind of running out of people to ask. And here she suffered from daily headaches and constipation. And she's been one of my ambassadors for several years now. But all it took was, you know, me finally not prejudging her that she would never need these products. And, you know, I remember exactly where I was at the time when I talked to her, what month it was. So that's really cool. But yes, do not prejudge people ever. Everybody can benefit from better health. But like, and then, you know, Joni had touched on, you know, invest now or pay later, and pay big time later. Invest when invest in your health now, so you're not paying for that later. As far as the fear of being judged, that's really interesting. When I first started Plexus, I was so scared of being judged. All I did was post it in garage sale sites and to people that didn't even know me. I wanted to share these Plexus products, but I was afraid to share them with my friends, and I would only post in garage sale sites. And that's how I grew my business, as I worked my cold market, which is really unusual. Most people work their warm market, which means people that you know, which I would never encourage somebody to build their business that way. But that is how I did it, because I did have a huge fear of being judged. And obviously not anymore. And then one fear I wanted to share that I actually overcame was the fear of public speaking. I never wanted to talk on team calls because I felt like I wasn't perfect enough, or I had to be very fluent in my speaking, which I'm not. And I know that doesn't matter anymore. Actually, last year I didn't go to convention because Penny her due date was the 18th. So I was actually 9 months pregnant. But they had asked me to be on stage on a panel. And I was actually glad and relieved I didn't go at that time, because I was so scared to talk in front of people. But I mean, what an incredible honor, right? So the way I got over the fear of public speaking is this year I was asked to speak at Super Saturday. And again, I got all nervous about it. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. But I'm like, I have to do this. One, I have to do this for my team to show them that I can grow too. I can overcome my fears just like everybody else can. So I said yes to it, and I practiced, and I hosted Super Saturday, and I would totally do it again. It was so fun. So to get over your fears, you have to do them. And that means even you start small, you go live, you make videos, you post more about yourself, you sharing with your friends and family, and overcoming all of those stepping stones. And just practicing makes practice. And that's how you get better at this business. So that was an awesome question, Laura. Thank you. Does anybody else have any questions? Just feel free to unmute yourself and ask. Is everybody going to be shy? I'm going to call names.
Hey, I'm not shy anymore. Thanks.
Yes, I said you have to go live. You have to do that live. So that was awesome, Laura. I'm super proud of you. And look how much you've grown since then. Oh my gosh, it's just awesome. Like you are so awesome. I hope you know that going live is like scary.
I wouldn't have done it without you guys, so thanks.
Gwen, you want to just share? Say hi.
Hi. I had a lot of thoughts come to mind when people were talking, but I don't know what I want to say now.
I know.
Probably because you called me out.
I was thinking, yeah. Well,
I
share
know.
with us
I
how much.
should have took notes. Normally I do take notes, and for some reason tonight I'm not. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said, share with us how much weight you've lost.
I've lost 35 pounds.
Awesome.
I've lost
And-
lots of inches that I don't have a number because I didn't properly measure, but I can definitely tell in my clothes because I'm down 6 pant sizes.
Oh my gosh. And don't you just feel so much more confidence?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
you could literally stand on your roof and you could say, I love Plexus.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I shout it from the
Go do it
rooftop.
right now. Go do it. Show us. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do these team calls with no video. Tanya will tell you. I'd be on here muted, no video. I wouldn't even show my face, but that's not fair.
I see people on with no video, and I am going to call on you if I don't see your name. So you guys better put your camera. Okay, Pat, do you have anything you want to share?
No, one of the people on here 9 months ago said she couldn't afford it and has been taking the products for almost 2 weeks, Debbie, and is feeling great.
Yes,
so I'm
Debbie,
so glad. I'm so glad she took the leap, and she's loving the products and going out there and trying to get people to join. So.
Oh, Debbie, I'm so proud of you. If you're on and you want to just say something, that'd be awesome. But I'm super excited to have you part of our team. And I've been chatting with Debbie, and I just love her excitement. So awesome. Okay. Does anybody else? Carmen, you are super sweet, and I've been like watching you through your posts. Do you have anything that you want to share?
No, I appreciate your guys' support. I like being in the group and asking the question and then seeing your faces to go with your names. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a great way to make some new friends for sure. Okay, awesome. Robin Murray, did you have any tips or anything that you want to share? Because I think everybody here, you guys showed up. You guys are all amazing, and you guys should all share something. I think we could all take away even just one tip from somebody.
Hold on a second. I'm in the living room with TVs and kids, so let me go quiet. I would just share mindset for sure, because everything that you guys have said, I'm a nurse educator. I actually am a healthcare program director for a school. And so I teach, and so being a nurse for 15 years and then telling everybody that all of the medications that I've always advocated for are a bunch of baloney, and they're really bad for your gut. People are really watching my page like a hawk. Like, it's really cool because a lot of people know me and trust me, and they know that I'm not going to try anything. And I think I spoke on the team a couple weeks ago. I kept it quiet. I've been on the products for 1.5 years, and I haven't shared with anybody. My husband's the only one that knew I was on the products. And he knows my heart for it, and I got him to sign last night.
Yay! Awesome. Yeah, we have awesome credentials. So
yeah, so just everything that you guys have said, just making sure, everybody is rolling in now. They're asking questions. My plan is to get to gold for sure, because my heart is here now, and my willingness to share is here, and I've felt all of those same things. What if people at church, or, what if people I work with or my director sees my post, my founder, what if they think I'm crazy? I've gone through all of those thoughts, and I'm like, you know what? I am not backing down this time. So everybody better just be ready.
That's awesome. I love that. Thank you so much for that tip. Awesome. Kayla, you just came on. I know you were at dinner, but you have been just signing people like crazy. Just give us a tip.
So when I first, the first few people that I signed up, one of the first ones was my mom, actually. And just a small, kind of backstory is she was going through her sign up page, and one of the questions she had was, what do I put for my website name? What's that about? I was like, oh, just put whatever. That's only if you want to sell down the road, which I don't think you're going to want to do. I kind of blew it
Literally
off.
No.
Was she what?
No, I'm just like, she literally puts whatever. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Her
surprised. But no,
plexus.com/whatever.
That's probably taken already. Someone out there did it.
Yeah.
No, she has signed 2 people herself now already. And so it's, one of those things where I didn't expect that she was going to want to do the business side of things, but she's loved the product so much and took my word for how great they were. And now here she is sharing it with her friends. So again, it goes back to you never know who you're going to share it with and what they're going to take out of it. So yeah, that was the one thing I got.
Awesome. Thank you. And so one other thing I wanted to say is when I do set people up, I almost will set up their account on the Plexus website. And does everybody know how to do that? Because that's actually a really quick, efficient tip. Because one thing I found, and this is the last thing and then we can be done unless somebody else has something they want to say, is people need simple and people need easy. You almost have to hold their hand and guide them through the process. I'm the same way. I love to buy stuff, but I want people to tell me what to get, practically to do it for me, put in my credit card info and then just do it, because I just don't want to do it. So if you set up their account, you just go to your website. I just add something to the cart. So typically I'll just add the 3-day trial because that's the first thing that comes up. You click checkout. All you need to do is put in their name, their email, their phone, and then I always use the same password whenever I'm signing somebody up. And then make sure you're their sponsor. And the reason I do that is because a lot of people have tried Plexus in the past and they might have another account. So if they go in and they upgrade an old account, it's going to be really hard to get them switched. So this is going to assure that they're put underneath you, and it makes the process really, really easy for them. So when you go to the next page and you see their initials in the right-hand corner, that means the account is set up. So then you can log out and then you just tell them, all right, go to plexusworldwide.com. You're going to sign in with your email. This is your password. Let me know when you're in, and then you're just going to guide them through every single step. And it's really, really painless for them. So that is something that I do for every person that I sign up. I always set up their initial account. So that was just a tip that I had. Does anybody else have any other tips? Otherwise, I can let you go.
I was just going to say something, Joanna. Sorry, Zayden's getting a little crabby here, but you know how after you sign up an ambassador and then you give them their login information, you go through the instructions with them on, okay, go to this website. Your password is going to be your Plexus1234 exclamation point. I was thinking of putting together a little picture with those instructions instead of having to copy and paste, type them out every time. You think that's reasonable, or is that very unpersonable?
No, I think that sending them a graphic, that would be helpful for me. You always have to think, what would you want? What would you want as a customer for this experience to be like? Would you want somebody to send you a graphic that had the exact steps of what to do? Hey, sure, it's easy. So always kind of think of that, put your your feet in their steps, and just kind of think of where they're coming from and what they would want. So it's actually a really good idea. So get on that and share it with the team.
Along those lines,
Sounds
in the back office, there is the how to sign an ambassador PDF already. You can go and you can maybe get graphics right off of there, because it shows you what each page is going to look like. They'll know what they're looking for.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that is good. I should actually grab those and drop those on the team page too, because they're probably really pretty. All right, sounds good. We'll end the call for now since it's been an hour and I got kiddos coming in. But it was awesome talking with you guys tonight, and I believe we're gonna chat next week. Okay?
Nope.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
We'll be next week. We have welcome to Plexus party.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a good night.